Okay, so let's start the solution of this exercise of data structure. So that's the lab. It's going to be very similar. We need to code what the teacher is asking, requesting. So let's read here. Create a basic student class with the following attributes: ID number, first name, last name, and then create a constructor and then output. So because we're going to use array, first we gotta import java.util.arraylist, I guess. Yes. And now we can create our class that is going to be called student. And in this class, we're going to put our attributes. So the attributes, they're all going to be public. Int ID number, that's going to be the student ID. Public string first name, public string last name. Okay, so we are done with the attributes. Now we gotta create the constructor. For the constructor, we are gonna use public student, and then we're gonna write down the parameters. So the parameters, we also gotta type the data type. So it's gonna be integer, ID number, string, first name, string, last name. Okay, and now we are gonna just initialize our variables. So you basically just put this name of the variable and then you just copy. That's how you initialize using constructor. And this last name equal last name. Okay, now we just gotta output. So to output, we can declare here public string to string, and now we don't need to put void here, right? Yeah, no, it's fine. And now we gotta return. We need to override, always override, okay? And then we gotta return. We're gonna return the ID, that is gonna be equal ID number, and then we have, let's put just like a division here, we'll put whatever, first name, and it's gonna print the first name, and now last name plus last name. Okay, I think that's it for our class student. So the first part here is done. Now we gotta create a class to manage the student object. So every object that we create that is going to be following this blueprint here, blueprint or this template, we gotta add to an array list and we're gonna sort. We can choose if you're gonna use selection sort or insertion sort. So okay, let's start creating this manager class. So we can put here public. I think it's going to be void because we will not return anything. We're just going to sort and add. And the name we can put student manager should be fine. Okay, so that's the name of the class. So actually, sorry, this is just a class. Yes. And now we're going to create a method inside here. So first, let's just define our list. So we can use here array list. It's going to be private array list, and then the data type is going to be student. The name of the list is going to be students. Then let's initialize here. It's going to be array list. Okay, yeah. So these symbols here are the same as here, this minor and higher. Because we already hard typed here student, we don't need to copy here. It's optional if you want to keep here, but it's not necessary. Okay, so we have our list. Now we gotta create our method, right? Our method to add and sort. So we can put here public void the name of the method. We can put add student sorted, something like that. And then the type is going to be student, and we're going to pass students here. Okay. So first we gotta add to our students list. So students is going to be our list dot add. We're going to add our student. Okay. And now we're going to sort. So we're going to create later on in the second part of the video the insertion sort method. So now we are just calling. So yeah, that's the first part of the solution. We created our student class, we passed or we define all of the attributes, we create our constructor, we generate the output, we created our student manager class, we defined the array list called students that only accepts objects with the student format or template, and the method that has as parameter here the student, and then we are adding to the list the student, and we are calling this function that is not defined yet. That is the insertion sort to sort the students. And then after that, we just gotta use binary search to search a specific student. For example, I wanna see the information about the student with ID 87, for example, or 2 or 3. And then we're gonna search in our sorted list using binary search, and we're gonna retrieve the index of this student. All right? Okay, guys, see you in the next video.